Thank you. Again, my name is Dan Osborn. I have two children in the Collierville School Districts, sophomore at Collierville High School and a fifth grader at Bailey Station. Thank you once again to the school board and all the members of the committee for studying school start times. I am speaking on behalf of a much larger group of parents who are encouraging the board to implement a later start time at the high school level. We are here as a collaborative group to help assist the committee and the board as needed. In order to be helpful, we are submitting our option number 4 proposal to supplement the current list of options published by the committee. Our proposal shows, in brief, a cost of $400,000 to $500,000 to create a start time schedule that meets the optimal medical recommendations for adolescents and teens. I would like to focus my comments tonight on the recent survey that was sent out to parents of all Collierville students. Our group of parents were concerned with some of the wording and the response options of several of the survey questions. First, a quick observation on all 3 of the surveys sent out to students, staff, and parents. If the intent of the survey was to elicit opinions and comments on any potential issues regarding start time changes, then offering a response option of no change or status quo somewhat defeats the purpose of the survey. The natural status quo bias can often lead survey takers to overestimate the cost of any change, and while overlooking the concerns of keeping things the way they are. Our committee also had concerns that the wording, specifically beginning with question 16 of the parent survey, made it feel as if anyone choosing a later start time supports a dramatic $1 million cut in budget funds to make any change a reality. Compounding this proposed $1 million hurdle was question 17, which says, and I quote, "Which of the following budget reductions would you support in an effort to change school start times?" Your options are elimination of all bus services, except for special education students, expansion of the parental responsibility zone for transportation from 1.5 to 2 miles or more, larger class sizes for elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, no annual cost of living adjustment raises in employee salaries, a reduction in the number of school nurses to the state minimum, requiring each nurse to serve 2 or more schools, continued repair rather than scheduled replacement of school roofs, parking lots, and air conditioning units. To be clear, our group, and I'm guessing everyone here present, does not support a proposal that will result in any of these options. Additionally, there was no option for none of the above, or for even making separate comments. Questions 18 and 19 of the survey both concern tying optional start times with transportation availability. Our committee's concern are that these 2 items should not be linked. To take advantage of a later start time would require a student to have their own method of transportation, which is clearly not an option for everyone. And even in the case of a parent being able to drop off a student on their way to work, that student would not have a way home for the survey's options on available bus transportation. Conversely, those students who must take bus transportation could not take advantage of the later start time, as the only option of bus availability would lead to the earliest time in the staggered start time scenario that was presented in the survey. This can't be an either-or option. The numerous benefits of a later start time must be made available to all students. Since bus transportation appears to be one of the major hurdles being discussed by the committee and clearly reinforced in the parent survey, our committee has concerns that this $1 million figure the true cost of the proposed time change. Our committee feels and we recommend utilizing the numerous resources and specialists in transportation and logistic management who might volunteer their expertise to help optimize bus routes and help discover other cost savings. Many of these experts have a vested interest as either parents or residents here in Collierville. Once again, our group is here to work with the board and the committee in support of this specific effort. Surveys have their place when properly executed, both in how the questions are worded and appropriate options supplied. However, I'll quote a saying attributed to Henry Ford, who said, quote, "If I had asked the people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses." Now, on the surface, this quote might seem to dismiss or demean the public's opinion. However, I look at this quote differently, in that Henry Ford realized he was in the position of knowing the subject so well and seeing the benefits of change. He knew he had to make innovation a reality and to take the comments of the public in context. I urge the committee and the board to take the recent parent survey results in the contents of our concerns about the specific questions. This is not an easy decision. However, you all have very diligently researched and studied much of the available information on this topic, and you are now in the position of making a decision that can positively affect the lives of every Collierville student. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Mr. Osborn.